Okay, the champ here once again. I think this is the final. I think it's episode 13 of the Blues Records. I'm going through the compilations. So, Memphis Swamp Jam. Memphis Swamp Jam. Bucker White, Piano Red, Nathan Burgard, Sleepy John Estes. That's side A and B, and then Fred McDowell, Johnny Woods on side C, and Napoleon Strickland. And then side D has Furry Lewis and R.L. Watson, Joshua Jones, Josiah Jones. I'm sorry, Josiah Jones. It's recorded back in 1969, at least some of it. Yeah. Well, all of it, but on different dates in '69. But on Blue Thumb, I'm sure it's a monster. I'm sure it's a monster. Uh, just sounds good to me. Um, Atlantic Blues Guitar. I think I've got some of this on CD. It's got, a lot of their early greats and some of the more recent greats, all the way up to Stevie Ray Vaughan and Albert King, and John Lee Hooker. But a nice compendium of blues, plenty of information about it. That's These are good compilations. The Atlantic Blues series, and here's one called Blues Avalanche. Blues Avalanche. It's got Eliza McDaniels, Willie Dixon, McKinley Morganfield, also known as Muddy Waters, Jimmy Reed, Willie Dixon, Lafayette Leak, some more Muddy Waters, and Aaron T-Bone Walker doing a couple. So that's a two record set. It's all crammed into one sleeve, but two records. But sounds like another good one. Stax Volt Review Volume 1 live in London. So it's a live one. I think there was a couple of these, if I remember. Well, it says Volume 1, so yeah, it clues you in that there's more than one. Sam and Dave, Carla Thomas, your Stax cats jamming away. Blues Brothers borrowed a lot of those tunes, but blues that gave America soul. This is on Duke. Stormy Monday by Bobby Bland. Saving My Love for You, Johnny Ace. Driving Wheel, Junior Parker. Arthur Prysock. I like Arthur Prysock. That's another one that is, you can find some things by him, but you got to dig a little bit. And I've liked his stuff, so another one to kind of look for. United Artist, Black Singles, Motor City, The Exciters, Marv Johnson. I'm sorry, he had money, right? Marcel's, Falcons, Eddie Holland, Holland Dozier Holland, I assume, and Clovers, Bill Pickney, and the Originals. Just listened to an Originals recently. I think it was in my Unheard that I pulled out and listened to. Yeah, good R&B. More R&B than or more soul than blues. Let's put it that way. Oh, this is another solid one. English blues artist John Mayall and the Blues Breakers, Eric Clapton, Stones Masonry, Savory Brown Blues Band, Joanne Kelly, and T.S. McPhee. What's this one? An anthology of British blues. I think there was more than one. It says on immediate, more than one of these. I might come across another one. Like I don't. It didn't say volume on there, but well, The beginning British blues. Maybe I just have a lot of beginning British blues. This one has Jeff Beck stealing. It says the All Stars featuring Jeff Beck. You sometimes forget there's bands before there other bands, right? I mean, I've seen Steam Packet with Rod Stewart. I mean, I haven't seen them, but I mean, I've picked up CDs. I don't think I have any vinyl, but it's always interesting to see a progression of an artist. Like Rod Stewart's a frontman, but I remember when he was with Jeff Beck, and the Jeff Beck group, reading that he would like stand behind the stage and sing, and just wasn't comfortable being out in front, which seems hard to believe. He seems like a very step out front kind of guy, but not in the beginning. So but his singing was always great. So it's always fun to see where artists came from and where they're going, or see where all that starts. So this has some of that. Eric Clapton and Jimmy Page, Miles Road, Albert, Santa Barbara Machine Head, Rubber Monkey, Santa Barbara Machine Head. Now, that's who performed it, Santa Barbara. And then there's a Stuff Smith. So, always, like I say, interesting hearing those things. This one's called Old King Gold. Has the one I mentioned, Hideaway, by Freddie King. And it looks like there's a lot of volumes on this one. I see 10 volumes listed on the back, 10 volumes of this. This one has Freddie King Hideaway, has Little Willie John Fever, Little Things Mean a Lot, Billy Ward and Dominoes, Good Rockin' Night, Winona Harris, Trying, Todd Rhodes and Laverne Baker, September Song, Earl Bostic again, Chickaboom, Lloyd Glenn, Kansas City, Hank Ballard and the Midnighters, All My Love Belongs to You, Bull Moose Jackson. Oh boy, this is sounding really good to me. Tenderly, Lynn Hope, and Shout Bam Bam Alama. Shout Bam Alama by Otis Redding. So that's sounds like a bunch of fun blues tunes. The Finest of Folk Blues. So this is going to be more like guitar and singer kind of stuff. Lonnie Johnson, John Lee Hooker, Champion Jack Dupree, Eddie Clinton and Vincent, Piney Brown, Texas Slim, Johnny Temple, Washboard Bill, Smokey Hogg, Jimmy Rushin, Styx McGee, and Memphis Slim. So, it's going to be not full-blown big band kind of blues, but, guitar and singer blues. This one, I think I've got this on vinyl. Obviously I got it on vinyl, but I think I also have this on CD. 99% sure. This is the Summit meeting, right? Record live at Newport in New York. B.B. King, Muddy Waters, Big Mama Thornton, Eddie Clean and Vincent, Arthur Big Boy Crudup, Lloyd Glenn, Muddy Waters, Clarence Gate Mac Brown, B.B. King, if I didn't mention him already. And it's a 2-record set. Nothing pretentious about it, I mean, you see that picture on the front. Let me show you that picture on the front. Maybe they're just like performing. Here we are. I just really like this record a lot. I mean, when you buy it twice, you have it on record, but I'll get it on CD too, because I want to have a lot of access to it. So I can't remember, was that on Pear? What was that on? Collector's Edition. Looks like Buddha Records. But that's one of those I like. Try to get this in here in a quick fashion. Okay. And Heavy Heads. Heavy Heads, electronically enhanced. No, electronically altered for stereo. Ooh. Um, Definitely cool on the cover, huh? Uh, I think I've even heard of this one a few times. Um, and I eventually came across it. And we got Muddy Waters, Sonny Boy Williamson, Helen Wolf, Lil Walter, Washburn Sam, Johnny Lee Hooker, Bo Diddley, Lil Walter, Sonny Boy Williamson, Helen Wolf, and Lil Milton. Just solid blues, solid blues. And I think they're just cuts. I don't think it's a live version or anything, but it's really good. I know it's really good. Um, Oh, and there's another one, Heavy Hands. Heavy Heads and Heavy Hands. I don't know. Anyway, Underground Blues on United. It's Jimmy Reed, B.B. King, John Lee Hooker, Leighton Hobbs, Elmer James, Big Boss Man. Some classics. Uh, so, this one isn't a great label, United, but sounds like good tunes. You know, they might have got them. Here's Heavy Hands. Heavy Hands. Now, I think the Heavy Heads cover was cooler, but this is pretty good too. Great solos by rock's leading guitarist. Jeff's Boogie, the Yardbirds with Jeff Beck, Dallas, Johnny Winter, Pacific Gas and Electric, Bacon Fat by Taj Mahal, Jess Coaston, Carl Perkins, and NRBQ. It's one we haven't mentioned. NRBQ, Carl Perkins. Well, Carl Perkins, I might have mentioned. No, I'm not sure I mentioned him when I was going through my country section, but he's both of them are great artists. Carl Perkins, great, NRBQ. Fans have boosted them quite a bit, I feel, and rightfully so. I'm also a fan. I think NRBQ is a great group. Freddie King, Santana, Al Cooper, and Shuggy Otis, Spirit, Fleetwood Mac, and It Takes Time, Nick Gravenitis with Mike Bloomfield. So that's all good stuff. Where are we going next? Okay, Sweet Home Chicago, Delmark. Delmark, they are a great blues label, and I'm realizing, they've been around for 60 years, I think now, and they got a lot of blues. They're still supporting the blues. There's still a lot of great blues artists on this label, and check out some Delmark. That's all good. This one has Magic Sam Blues Band, Eddie Shaw, Luther Allison, Louis Myers, Big Mojo, Led Evans with his Jazz Prophets. So, that's a Delmark. I've seen some other good Delmark stuff though. Chicago, the Blues Today. Now this is volume 3. I think I've seen a couple others in here too, so I'll go through these kind of quickly. But Johnny Young Southside Blues Band, the Johnny Shines Blues Band, Big Walter Horton Blues Harp Band with Memphis Charlie, the Johnny Shines Blues Band. So a little Chicago, a little more Chicago. It says a little bit there on the front. But Otis Rush Blues Band, Jimmy Cotton Blues Quartet, Hamrick James and his Dusters? Yeah, I think Dusters. I'm sorry, I didn't wear my glasses, so I'm a little. I'll let you read it. Got it? Okay, great. Let's get on. What do we got next? Volume 1, Classic Blues, Very Ours, Charles Brown, John Lee Hooker. There's those favorites that keep popping up, right? Johnny Big Moose Walker. That was one we haven't mentioned. I don't know much about him, though. Sorry. Mel Brown, George Harmonica Smith, Got My Mojo Working, Jimmy Witherspoon, like Jimmy Witherspoon, Andrew Voice Odom, Roy Brown, Archie Shepp. So that's volume 1 of Classic Blues. Here's another British blues. Told you there's some more British blues. Archive series. Someday Baby, Saddle Davis and the All-Stars. All-Stars featuring Jeff Beck. All Stars featuring Jimmy Page, more some Jeff Beck, more Jimmy Page, Nicky Hopkins, um, Santa Barbara Machine Head, some of the same artists popping up. Seth Smith. Maybe I can get that closer. Oh, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. Cave. There's another one that's kind of in a different spot. Volume 1 of the Chicago Blues today. Some of the same. Well, B. Hutton and his Hawks. I didn't mention. I always span Southside Piano on that one. Raw Blues. Yeah. Raw Blues. Pretty Girl Everywhere. Otis Spann. Johnny Mayhall. Champion Jack Dupree. John Mayall and Eric Clapton. John Mayall and Peter Green. Champion Jack Dupree. So, all good stuff. Black Beginning of American Roots. B.B. King. This is on Springboard. This is seems like a more of a knockoff label. B.B. King, Elmore James, Buster Brown, Original Tuxedo Jazz Band, Fats Waller, Billie Holiday, not really. Nina Simone, Jimmy Reed, Patterson Singers, Gospel Harmonettes, Five Blind Boys. Five Blind Boys is a great group. Five Blind Boys of Alabama. I got to catch them at one Bumbershoot, and that I think they're even still around. But I mean, they were old then, and that was probably 88 or something like that. And they did a nice cover of Amazing Grace with the music of the House of the Rising Sun. And it worked really well, really well. This one has Ray Charles, Albert King, The Coasters, Professor Longhair, Atlantic Deluxe, the Deluxe. Introduction to the Classics. I remember liking this one. I know this is a good one. I like Professor Longhair, so whenever I see Professor Longhair, I'm always like, oh yeah, let's check that out. Symposium and Blues. Rocks in My Bed, Leroy Carr, Washboard Sam, Lonnie Johnson, Walter Davis, Lead Belly, Wingy, Man One, don't know him. Duke Ellington, don't really think of him as the blues. But Black, Brown, and Beige, the Blues is the title of that tune. Blues for Yesterday, Louis Armstrong. Mildred Bailey, Hot Lips Page, Ethel Walters, some early stuff. Rocks in My Bed, Joe Williams. Blues from Then Till Now. Therapy often helpful in depression. Wow. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe they're putting out the blues to get you to relax and realize maybe somebody else has it worse than you. I'm not sure. Interesting. Honkers and Screamers. This one has some interesting graphic on there. Paul Williams, Hal Singer, Big J McNeely on side 3, and side 4 has Lee Allen and Sam the Man Taylor. So has some good sax players. I'm sure it was a fun one. I think I might want to sit back and listen to that one again sometime soon. I have jazz in here. Now I don't know why that's in there. I'll try to maybe it has a blues record in it. I'll check that out at some point. And there's another one. I think mine just got misfiled or unfiled. I'm right down the end of here. Singing the Blues. Produced for RCA Canada by Leonard Feathers. Leonard Feathers is usually a jazz writer. He writes a lot. He wrote the notes on the back of this one. And this says, Good Morning Blues, Yellow Dog Gal Blues, Just Another Woman, Why Don't You Do Right, Bessie, Bessie, Bessie. I'm not sure where the artists are listed. Maybe in the notes it tells you. I'm not, it says on the front here a little bit, Count Basie Orchestra. Okay. I think it's gonna be a little more jazzy blues, big band jazzy blues. Blues from Monterey Jazz Festival. Well, Bobby Blue Bland, that's a good one. trying to read quickly here. It has the actual writers of the stuff on the back, so I'm gonna have to look at the front. And Bobby Boubland, Denise LaSalle. We talked about Denise LaSalle being a little raunchier. Johnny Taylor, Mosley, and Johnson. Don't know Mosley and Johnson. This is Malco, but it's from the Montreux Jazz Festival. And I think it's a 2 record set. Yeah, it's a 2 record set. So that's probably pretty interesting. And one left. Oh, this is the one I had out of place earlier, Out of the Blue. This is a compilation of, this has some Zydeco on here. The Nighthawks, Jerry Portnoy, Eddie Bow, Tony Joe White. Tony Joe White. Now he had that, he had that hit, Poke Salad Annie. Always liked that tune. So it's Lloyd Price on here, Johnny Copeland's on here, Lowell Folsom's on here. So this is Duke Robillard. So this is another solid one. This is on Rounder, as you can guess, Rounder. So nice compilation of those blues artists. All right, so that's the end of the blues, and I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, you are the champions. My brother gave me the name The Champ, and I'm like, okay, I don't know why, but I'll take it. And it made me think about it, and made me think how we all have something that we're a champion in. So you might not have run the best race in junior high or something, but some things that no one else knows. So remember, you are the champions. Take care.